Hello, and good evening. Welcome back. I know, right? Kind of a weird start. Very weird intro, I know. I will start off by saying, first and foremost, fuck work. Why? Because my job sucks ass. Which I've already knew. I always knew this. But it's been getting worse. Usually I'm down for the ride to watch places burn and just watch them suck as they make dumb decisions, and those dumb decisions turn to obvious, horrible decisions of which there is almost no reverse. But in this very moment, I don't fucking care anymore. I think I've talked about my job plenty of times. I know I have. I know it's trash. I'm pretty sure you know it's trash. Most jobs generally are trash. They can only be less trash and more tolerable. But nah. I don't even know where to start. I think I'll just start with the point that I was going to start with before. Like a few weeks ago. Damn near a month ago. I kept saying that I was going to do this video. But now there's more to it, and I'm going to just put it all together. There's not going to be part one, no continuation, no part two, just a longly awaited final fucking video. Here it all is. So, first of all, let's start with management. Management's ass, which management makes everything. So if management is bad, everything else goes bad. How is it bad? Well, first of all, I don't care about anybody else. I mean, they are the most inhumane people ever. I describe them as a bunch of old, grumbling dwarves, because quite frankly, that's what they look like. Just a bunch of old dwarves. They all look the same. They're not short. Some of them are kind of short, but they all have the same old man, grumbly, dwarven, face. I don't know. They just look like dwarves or gnomes. All of them. All of them. All right? And there's one in particular who pisses me off the most. Which is funny, because quite frankly, none of them talk to anybody unless it's themselves or somebody else that they can pick on or somebody else that has responsibility that they can say, hey, you did trash to. Which, quite frankly, makes sense. You only talk to the person that you're disseminating information down to and who should be reporting up to you. So yeah, that in a sense makes sense. But at the same time, as a manager, you should still talk to, generally, anybody else you see. Not even that. They just give you an old grumbly man looking look that makes you think they want to fight. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, what do you want? Can I help you? What is it? So that's thing one. Part one of thing one. I guess it all stems from there. Because quite frankly, that's just like the upper management. That's upper management. They're trash. Never talked to any of them. There's like 1.5. I guess if you put two halves together, that's a whole. So there's two good people. Nope, 1.5, because one's technically HR. So honestly, he's not even really a manager. Well, he is a manager, but he's HR side. Regardless, there's only one good manager, because he actually helps out when people actually need fucking help. Actually has a good appearance that isn't some old, grumbly, gnome-looking fuck. And actually knows people's names and talks to them. I respect him. That's an ideal manager. The rest don't give a shit. They just walk around doing manager things, doing petty helping things to make it look like they help, but really they're just helping themselves for their, what I call, propaganda. They have to take pictures every so often of certain high areas or fucking shit just to prove that, I don't know, that we're working, that we're stalking. Like, that's just fucking weird that you guys have to take what, again, I call propaganda pictures to prove that we're stalking the fuck we're stalking. That's the only time they'll talk to you. Oh, hey, where's this at? Is it full? Do you guys have any? Only time they'll help you out is if they're stalking that one item. That's it. Other than that, complete and utter trash. They'll just sit there in a corner like that referee, not the referee, but like the coach in a boxing ring. They're just sitting in the corner, talking and looking at you. What the fuck do you want? What are you looking at? Can I help you? So that's thing one. Part of thing one. All of this is thing one, quite frankly. My immediate manager of my department, I think I've talked about him before. what kind of person he is. Well, anyway, dude's a fucking workaholic. So much so that I think he just works so much and does so much overtime that, quite frankly, they cut everybody else's hours and then told us that nobody else can work X amount of hours unless you're a manager. Which, come to find out, over time, came to be because he essentially was stealing all of our hours. Which is funny, because it only happens because he lets it. And that could be prevented if upper management actually looked at things and saw that, hey, this guy's working too fucking much. But instead of looking at that and saying, he's an issue, let's just let him work all the fucking hours and cut everybody else's. So now this dude comes in here, working essentially when he wants to, taking everybody else's hours, and then overworks himself to do almost enough work, which doesn't get done. And then when he's gone, which he doesn't care about when he's gone, only when he's there. He only staffs people when he is there to cover his own back. When he's gone, for the most part, nobody's there. Or the people that are there are left with everybody else's work because he definitely doesn't do it because he has no real organization skills. And the people that he has working with him also don't do really much of any work, if any at all. And they also leave early when they are there, saying that there is no work when the work that they should be doing that they don't do. So he doesn't even really manage them to make sure they get their work done. Instead, he just works himself to the bitter ends of the world and then doesn't care about anything else. It's amazing. Completely amazing, right? But it gets better. So, with him basically doing jack shit of all nothing, we get there. We were like, damn, there's nothing here to do. Or let me get that right now. Words. There's too much here to do that wasn't done because nobody in the morning did it, but yet morning shift seems to get all the goodies, like, I don't know, the breakfast that they put out every month or so, which we never get because only morning shift gets it while they don't do any work. Amazing. And then, yeah, they cut everybody's hours. And to make things worse, or I guess better, it's not really better, but to spice things up, that's the wording. To spice things up even more. Just recently, if you don't have availability to work on weekends, by default, they cut your hours to 8. Just 8 hours. So if you can't work weekends for many various reasons, no matter what it is, you only get 8 hours. That's it. Only fucking 8 hours. Which now means that the hours that were already cut are now lessened because if you can't work on a weekend, and if you did happen to have 8 hours or more, you now only get 8 if you're lucky. Because you can't work a weekend. Which is funnier because now the weekday people, which is for the most part the majority of us, are now going to be working even less, which means less work gets done because we can't work weekends. Isn't that amazing? So, over the last few months, I've been going in as regular. And every time I go in there, there's just less and less stuff done to the point where it's just a regular day. I mean, I go there to work, but I also expect a certain level of things to be done by people that should be working. So there's only so much I'm going to tolerate before it's just ridiculous. And it's getting ridiculous. See, I've been going in there. There's less and less work to do. I mean, more and more work to do with less and less work have been done. And it's just going to get worse because now less people will be working. More people will be leaving early. That's leaving more work. And the place is going to look even worse and worse and worse. Like I went in there today, which, by the way, wasn't even scheduled to work today because they've been cutting hours. But I've been going in anyway for the past 2 months and nobody said a damn thing yet until today. And I'll tell you about that. But anyway, it's been looking worse and worse and worse. And quite frankly, the supervisor even kept asking me to go in to help them because they didn't have enough help to get enough work done because nobody was doing it in the morning and there's not enough people scheduled during the day to actually get enough work done. It's incredible. So they've been asking me to come in, and I've been going in regardless. Because I told them, at the end of the day, I only schedule myself to work for 12 hours. You guys think you need 12 hours? That's ridiculous over these petty policies and whatever the fuck you guys are doing to try and make people quit. So, I've been going in anyway, doing work, because one, money, two, because I asked to work, and three, because shit needs to be done. But now, I don't care. Let that place burn. Which I've been saying forever. Yeah, if they want to be shitty, it'll be shitty. I think they just didn't care for a while because they knew I got work done. Except for today. We'll get to that in a second, though. Except for today. So I've been going in my 3 days like I always do, even though they only scheduled me for 2 days, doing work and helping out because it needed to be done. It's wonderful, right? I'm a great person. Oh, boy. And then I was like, you know what? There's way too much work here to do that shouldn't even be here because people should have already done it. And that's where I drew the line. Plus, also at the same time, there wasn't enough work to do because one of the managers, the good manager, he actually does step up and does work when he sees that there is nobody there to actually do shit. So he did step up and do some work. When I got there, considering what we had in the back, most of it was already taken care of. And I was just like, well, I guess if there's not much to do when I've already done enough, and now the person that actually is scheduled to work now is here, you guys should be good to take care of this on your own. I got homework to do and better things to do. Like, I don't know, as in my resume and apply for internships. Fuck this place. So, I clocked out, and I left. And as I was leaving, one of the managers, who is kind of alright, but his attitude is kind of sometimes taken the wrong way. So I don't really like him. But he's not horrible, but he also isn't great either. Yeah. So as I was leaving, he's like, you leaving already? I was like, yes. And then I kept walking because I don't really care. He was like, you leaving already? I was like, yep. He's like, when did you get here? I was like, about an hour ago. And I was like, I'm not even going to work today. So I grabbed my stuff. I bought some pears, bought some bananas, and I bought this strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper. Shit's amazing. I don't normally drink soda, but I've been craving something strawberry flavored for some reason today. And I figured I'd get some more of these. And the second I walk by him, the first thing I hear with the intercom is for somebody to dial him. I'm like, oh, that's rich. That is rich. Fucking amazing. The second I tell him I'm leaving and I'm not scheduled to work today, he says for a manager to give him a call. Wow. That's crazy, right? Fucking crazy. So I'm still getting my stuff and leaving, and I'm heading to checkout. And then the one good manager comes up to me, the one I do kind of respect because he actually does things and actually acknowledges people and doesn't just look at you as cannon fodder. Yeah, he walks by me, goes, you leaving? I was like, yeah, and I was scheduled to work today. He's like, so you came in, you worked, and realized you didn't work and left? I was like, yep, sure did. That's exactly what happened. And then he goes, did you let anybody know? That's guy sure did. I let my supervisor know in my department, and yeah. Then he says to me, okay, cool, next time stick to the schedule. Fuck is that supposed to mean? I told him, and he even said it himself. I said, I came in, I worked, and I realized I didn't work today, so I'm leaving. And then again he repeated, next time stick to the schedule. I said, I didn't say this exactly, but this is basically what I said. I said, motherfucker, I didn't realize I fucking worked today, so I'm leaving. And that was it. End of the conversation. Like, fuck do I have to say to you? I'm off the clock. Leave me alone. I'm leaving. I don't work today. I worked. I'm leaving. Crazy thing about that, which also falls back onto my department manager, I put in a schedule change, which I still don't think they ever actually changed. It took him forever to change it after he begged me to change it, so I changed it. And then they took a day off for some fuck-ass reason. And I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. So they didn't even tell me that I didn't work for a long-ass time on Tuesday. I just kept doing it because that's what my schedule always was. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, not really my fault. Nobody said it. And the one person that did said it also was the same person begging me to come into work. So, fuck do you want, right? Place is hell. Place is trash, bro. Yeah, so we'll see what happens next time. But it's just crazy that when I go to leave, it's like, oh, you're leaving. Yeah, I am. What do you want to do about it? Quite frankly, if I would have waited probably 20 or 30 minutes, or really just not left in front of one of the managers, they probably would have never noticed. Nobody would have said shit. Nobody really cared. That would have been that. That would have been the end of it. However, somebody happened to see me leave because they happened to see me come in and thought, he just got here. And they watch me all the time. I see you guys watching me. Fuck do you want? I don't fucking care. You guys don't treat anyone else like that. Nobody else gets treated like that. So, kiss my ass. I don't care. Funny thing about that is I still came into work and did work when they needed help doing work, which I think was the biggest reason to why they're even mad that I left in the first place, is that he sat there and helped out my department because nobody was there, and then I left, even though I wasn't supposed to be there. But the people that are supposed to be there leave early, hardly do any work, and then leave more work for us that should be done before we even get there. So why don't we talk to them? Also, I've been leaving early for months because we do all of our work efficiently so quickly that there's nothing for us to do, so we leave. It just makes sense. If there's nothing for us to do, because we did it and it's done, did. Simple and plain. So that we get in trouble for sitting around doing nothing. So, yeah, tell it to people that actually need it. I think they're just mad because one of their good workers are actually doing the job and then they leave. I'm not leaving anyway. I'm about to apply for this internship and dip. I don't fucking care. But it's just crazy how differently people at work can be treated. And that's ridiculous. And also it's crazy all their changes and policies for trying to kick people out of the place. Because again, they made a lot of dumb changes and cut a lot of hours, and for what? So our manager can overwork himself and then not get enough stuff done, and then yell at supervisors that are there when he's not for not having stuff done because he didn't do it or schedule people properly to do it. This is poor management. It's poor management, it's a poor business, and fuck that place. Yeah, I don't care. That is my work end review. That's me. I feel like there's something else to add in here, but I don't know. That place has a high turnover. It's your general store anyways. Like it's super crazy. Like, I've worked bigger and better jobs. I just got this job because it was easy. Something I can do on the side when I'm going to school. Like, my schedule fluctuates and it's always full of school and other external activities. My job, my life isn't that place. Sure as hell is not. And I'm not going to let it be. I tell people that all the time. Like, yo, calm down. Yeah. Place is wild. Poor management. Oh well, I'll be out of this soon. Hope you guys have good jobs. If your job isn't right, fix it. Or fix your life. Get out of that place. Find somewhere different. You probably deserve better. Which is also funny because yesterday when I was at work, I guess there's this promise team, or the fuck they want to call themselves, which is basically a internal union at this point. It's not a union, but it's basically like a group by the company, in the company, for the company, by the people, by the employees of the company. Yeah. And I guess their whole goal is to find, fix, and destroy. That's not their actual mission statement, but that's the way I'm seeing it. Potential issues of the store. And I was like, yeah, if y'all put up a box, I'll write you a whole book about this place and how poorly managed it is and how ridiculous it is. Because it's stupid. It is stupid. And it's funny because I'm just taking management classes and it's just like, one, management's kind of common sense. Maybe not. Not everybody can do it, but I just see this shit as common sense. Two, it's like the stuff I'm learning in class. So it's just like, wow, you are literally the example that we did in class earlier today. You are trash. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. places. Oh well, I'm overqualified. I don't have a song of the day. Also, like today was just not the day to fuck with me. And they did that. So I think now the war officially begins. I think now I'm really on the radar, and that's not what they want. Because I don't really care. Stopped caring months ago. Never really cared in the first place. But anyway, I don't have a song of the day. I think I'm gonna repeat one I've done before because this is just how I feel right now. And that is "Slap" by Ludacris and "Spaceship" by Kanye. I feel like there's one more that fits in that circle, and I can't think of it. It's probably a song by Pell. Honestly, I've been in a Pell mood lately, so listen to Pell. I haven't been listening to Pell lately, but I'm in a Pell mood lately. But anyway, I'm up out of here. I gotta do some homework and tidy up resumes and things and get the hell up out of that job and probably stream later. And I got things, man. Got things to do. So, bless all of you. Hope you all is doing well. Do great. Do good. Do better. Be you. Never let nobody take that away from you. Alright. Peace.